Hello YouTube and welcome to Katrinka LOL. And today I'm still in the wellness playlist and we're talking still about nursing. And I want to go into the past and talk about nursing before technology. If you can imagine this, no cell phones, no computers. Everything was done manually and handwritten. And we didn't have electronic thermometers. We used glass thermometers. So those are just a few examples of the Stone Age. But we managed, And nursing and hospitals have changed since then. Back in the day, a woman would stay in the hospital for a week after a normal birth with her baby in the newborn nursery, which was really nice for her. She got 24-hour nursing care. She was fed, taken care of. She could rest when she needed to, and they brought the baby to her, but they took care of the baby for the most part, and she got education if she was a brand new mother on how to care for the baby. And so it was all very nice. Nowadays, you're in and out of the hospital and thrown into a brand new situation very quickly. And also people in general, patients in general stayed in the hospital longer, so they had time to recuperate. They were given a chance to recuperate more before they were sent home. So there were more ambulatory patients on the unit. They were walking around. They were relatively well, except maybe they had had some surgery or they were close to going home and feeling much better. So this was what I would call a balance of acuity, with some of the patients needing a lot of care and some not as much because they were getting much better. So there was a totally different atmosphere because of that. And this is probably why we had the time to pamper our patients with back rubs on the evening shift. Yes, we actually did that. We would ask our patients, after visiting hours were over and before bedtime, if they would like a back rub. And it would be rare for them to decline that because that really helped them to relax and go to sleep. So that was very nice for them too. Nowadays, I don't think there would be time for that. So also, patients would be admitted to the hospital the day before surgery so that tests could be run and whatever needed to be done could be done. The patient would be given a sleeping pill the night before surgery so they could have a good night's sleep, and they would stay in the hospital and not go home until the day after the surgery. So that I experienced that when I had a tonsillectomy. And nowadays a tonsillectomy is like, it's just a routine thing. But I was admitted to the hospital the night before the tonsillectomy. They gave me a sleeping pill the night before so I could be all refreshed for the surgery and I could sleep good. And then the next day they took care of me all day, and then they sent me home the day after. So just imagine that. Imagine a world like that. So there were IV teams that came around to start the IVs, and they would start the IVs, they would take care of the IVs and that kind of thing. And also there were lifting teams that came around to lift the patients, reposition them or lift them so that they could be taken for testing or to be moved from the bed to the chair and that kind of thing if they were very heavy. And they brought a device called a Hoyer lift with them that they used in order to do this. So nowadays it's more or less the nursing staff that does a lot of this, but back then we had a lot of help, and the work was designated to compartmentalize, shall we say, to different people. So that's just a brief view into what it used to be like back in the day. And I hope you enjoyed this Blast from the Past. And if you have any questions or comments, or if you remember things, if you're a nurse and you remember things, put it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. So please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.